got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. LED logo the tech. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bet. I got the beam in the flex. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk to chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they screaming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the judge, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building again.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Detroit! Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Detroit! They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sua Cravens in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Rookie 56.
They'll drop the throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Gone!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fernandez. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered.
This is caught inside the 15. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 57 yards. Try to pound it in. Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. 10, and he's going to score. It's a banking touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down. That's Arnold. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't get...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end. And they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. The Vikings now heading on to the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fernandez. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy.
Down the numbers, there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Smith catches left side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Set! 319! 319! Gone!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Set! 319! 319!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They'll set up a throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Able to shake him off. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. Then we can get to the 3rd quarter now.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On 2nd down, Camaro. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a play fake here on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Hey, go down. Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
That's fielded in the end zone. Then it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Gone! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now, check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And that one results in 35 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Back to throw. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And still fighting. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody that has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. as his guys are in for 6. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, this is Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd and short.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably run this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cook. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They run it again with Cook, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Somebody call for the queen.
Look,